And a good Wednesday morning to you. A frightening moment in Minneapolis overnight.
A sitting member of Congress attacked at a town hall. It is January 28th. This is today. Breaking overnight. A man assaults Congresswoman Ilhan Omar in the middle of a speech, spraying her with a mysterious substance as he is then wrestled to the ground and arrested. What we've learned about him this morning as tensions in Minneapolis remain high. We're live there with the very latest. Southern discomfort, hundreds of thousands facing a fourth day without power, and the Arctic blast about to intensify. Al's got everything you need to know, including new details on the next snowstorm brewing for the weekend. Moment of impact. Never before seen images of that deadly mid-air collision in Washington, D.C. as the NTSB releases its final report. Why investigators are blasting the FAA and what it could mean for airport safety across the country. High stakes. The Federal Reserve meeting today for the first time since the Trump administration launched an investigation of its chair, Jerome Powell. So will the presidential pressure tactics work, and the potential impact on your bottom line? Sideline. Former Patriots head coach Bill Belichick, who led his team to 6 Super Bowl victories, reportedly denied induction into the Hall of Fame in his first year on the ballot.
There's nothing Bill Belichick hasn't done.
This morning, the heated reaction to what many are calling a stunning snub of one of the all-time greats. Those stories, plus, let's ride.
Hey, Susan!
Al Roke, are you ready to go?
Oh, let's do it.
90s fitness icon Susan Powter ready for her next chapter after a dramatic fall, losing her entire fortune and disappearing.
I wasn't going down like that.
She will be here live to tell us what's next. And nobody puts baby in a corner for long. The big news from Hollywood, nearly 40 years in the making. And it'll have movie fans dirty dancing all over again today, Wednesday, January 28th, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin. From Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today, Wednesday morning. It's a chilly one.
Yeah.
Again, that is exactly where we start. This is Nags Head, North Carolina this morning. Okay, it looks pretty, doesn't feel pretty. 21 degrees there with the wind chill factored in. And much of the East Coast is continuing to deal with that dangerous cold this morning, Craig.
Also, hundreds of thousands down south still remain without power. A lot of roads still not plowed. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is another possible storm on the way this week. And we're going to check in with Al in just a bit.
We've got breaking news this morning out of Minneapolis. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar was attacked at a town hall last night by a man who sprayed her with some kind of unknown liquid. The assault, of course, adding just more anxiety and tension to this already tense city. There are growing calls for investigations into the shooting deaths of both Renee Good and Alex Preddy. We've got 2 reports. We'll start with NBC national correspondent Morgan Chesky. Morgan, good morning.
Yeah, Savannah, good morning. And even with the news that some federal agents will be departing Minneapolis, residents here tell me they are still left absolutely fearful as to the uncertainty of what exactly will come next. And those feelings only fueled by what happened inside a Minneapolis town hall last night in a chaotic attack caught on camera.
Overnight in Minneapolis, a man arrested after confronting Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar at a town hall, spraying an unknown liquid from a syringe.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
President Trump, who has often publicly attacked Omar, telling ABC News overnight that he hadn't seen video of the incident, adding she probably had herself sprayed. Knowing her, Omar posting, quote, "I am okay. I don't let bullies win." And tensions are running high throughout Minneapolis over the Trump administration's immigration policies, with new details emerging about the death of 37-year-old U.S. citizen Alex Preddy. A preliminary internal Customs and Border Protection review obtained by NBC News says 2 officers fired their weapons during the confrontation. but not specifying whether they both hit him. According to the report, during the scuffle, an agent shouted, quote, "He's got a gun." About 5 seconds later, the two officers fired. After Preddy was shot, an officer said that he had possession of the ICU nurse's weapon. The report not saying that Preddy ever held or brandished the gun. One woman who took some of the widely circulated video of the incident speaking out yesterday.
Alex being shot is the most memorable part of it. I watched him die.
Saying she had not been contacted by investigators. New videos stoking new fears. This one appears to show an ICE agent trying to enter the city's Ecuadorian consulate. That nation's government sending a notice to its U.S. embassy demanding it not be repeated. While at a growing memorial for Preddy, residents say they're feeling anxious.
We're Minnesota nice, and this is terrible what's happening.
And this morning, we're also learning that a federal judge has issued an order preventing the deportation of a 5-year-old boy and his father. This photo of Liam Ramos went viral last week after the boy was taken into ICE custody following the arrest of his father. Since then, father and son have both been sent to a facility in Texas. That is where they will be remaining because of this judge's order prohibiting DHS from deporting them. Meanwhile, that agency has not responded to our request for comment. Savannah.
Morgan Chesky, thank you.
Meanwhile, in Washington, a growing number of lawmakers, Democrats and Republicans, are calling for an investigation and accountability in the shooting death of Alex Preddy. NBC's senior White House correspondent Garrett Haake joins us with that part of the story. Garrett, good morning.
Craig, President Trump says he welcomes an investigation and would be watching it closely. The president holding previously scheduled events focusing on the economy and cost of living both yesterday and today as he and the White House look to lower the rhetorical temperature around Preddy's shooting and, if possible, to change the subject.
The public uproar over the weekend killing of Alex Preddy by federal agents following President Trump as he tried to focus on the economy yesterday.
We're doing a big investigation. I want to see the investigation. I'm going to be watching over it. I want a very honorable and honest investigation.
He was also asked if he agreed with early statements from officials in his administration, including top advisor Stephen Miller and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, that Preddy was a domestic terrorist.
I haven't heard that, but certainly he shouldn't have been carrying a gun. But hey, look, bottom line, everybody in this room, we view that as a very unfortunate incident.
Two Republican senators joining Democrats Tuesday calling for the ouster of Noem.
I've lost confidence in him. We would be better served with new leadership at the department.
She has taken this administration into the ground on an issue that we should own.
The president, who met with Noem for hours in the Oval Office Monday night, standing by her.
I think she's doing a very good job. The border is totally secure.
As White House staff scrambled to deal with the fallout from the shooting, one of those GOP senators also criticizing Miller, an architect of Trump's immigration policy, who called Preddy an assassin soon after the shooting.
Stephen Miller never fails to live up to my expectations of incompetence.
Miller, in a new statement, attempting to shift scrutiny to Border Patrol agents, saying they may not have followed protocol during the incident. Trump also facing questions about his staffing changes in Minneapolis, including the reassignment of another controversial figure who had been the face of the administration's efforts there. Border Patrol Commander Greg Bavino sent back to his sector in California.
Bavino's very good, but he's a pretty out there kind of a guy, and in some cases that's good. Maybe it wasn't good here.
So Garrett, President Trump now sending border czar Tom Homan to replace Bavino. What's the thinking here? What's the president hoping to accomplish with that switch?
Well, look, Homan is a 40-year veteran of immigration enforcement, and he's viewed inside the White House as someone who has the president's complete trust and also a cooler, more professional way of doing business. The White House hopes that he can negotiate with Democratic officials in Minnesota to allow for deportations there to continue with more help from local officials and less violence. Now, Governor Tim Walz described their first meeting yesterday in positive terms, but the governor's position here has not changed. He wants federal agents out of the state and accountability for his two citizens killed by those agents. Craig?
Garrett Haake from the White House. Garrett, thank you.
We move now to the brutal winter weather that is gripping so much of the country. Temperatures plunging even lower this morning. Hundreds of thousands in the south still without power after that weekend ice storm. The airlines are struggling, too, trying to get back on track before, yes, wait for it, the next potential storm. Al Roker in his 31st year at the Today Show. I'll have more on that in a moment. But first, NBC's George Solis joins us from Nashville. Hey, George, morning.
Hey, Savannah, good morning from a very frozen Nashville. More than 100,000 people still without power here. Recovery has been slow with these persistently cold temperatures and many neighborhoods still littered with trees like this. One hospital reporting more than 40 children being treated for carbon monoxide poisoning as people here struggle to find ways to stay warm. This morning, a large section of the country dealing with snow and frigid temperatures, with freeze warnings extending as far south as the Gulf Coast and Florida overnight. While tens of millions remain under cold weather alerts in parts of Texas, the Ohio Valley, and mid-Atlantic. In Louisiana, icy conditions stranding hundreds of drivers on Interstate 20. Semi-trucks stretching for miles stuck on roads slick with ice. Last weekend's monster storm and subsequent cold weather proving deadly, with at least 48 weather-related deaths nationwide. New York City loosening its shelter intake procedures to make sure anyone who needs a warm place to stay gets one.
At least 10 New Yorkers have tragically lost their lives after being found outdoors.
And the mess at the nation's airports not letting up, with nearly 6,000 flight delays nationwide Tuesday and cancellations topping 2,500. While in Tennessee, more than 100,000 customers are still without power.
You be careful, be safe.
State troopers there going door to door to make sure folks without heat are safe. Based on your assessment, which area of the state has been hit the hardest?
Middle Tennessee has been hit extremely hard. Really, the whole state in general has been hit just catastrophically.
In Nashville, one couple doing their own door to door, armed with cups of hot coffee for their neighbors. For others, it's a great excuse to spend quality time together.
Yeah, you can either play or you have to draw one.
This family bundling up in their own home without heat, but making the best of an unprecedented winter event.
You know, it's nice to unplug for a little bit. We're not miserable, we're just uncomfortable.
You know, adding to some frustration here in Nashville, some customers reporting that they've been receiving text message alerts letting them know that their power has been restored when in fact it hasn't, as they struggle to repair all of the lines down here. And on the subject of the nation's airports, this morning we're looking at about a little more than 700 delays and cancellations, which you could say is an improvement over the last several days. Savannah and Craig.
All right, George Solis, chilly Nashville. Thank you.
Yeah, for more on the extreme cold, what's to come, we say hello to Mr. Roker.
Good morning, guys, and good morning to you. Why is it so cold? Well, we've got a big, deep low over eastern Canada. That's the frigid air, high-pressure ridge, keeping it nice and warm out west. And this thing is not budging. So this cold Arctic air has a direct shot into the midsection of the country, into the east. Today and tomorrow, that huge lobe of air stays over the northeast, mid-Atlantic states. Wind chills over the next couple of days, -10 in Detroit, single digits to below zero, feeling like in New York City, Washington, D.C., 0 to feeling like -4. This week, temperatures, these are air temperatures, only in the teens and 20s, 15 to 25 degrees colder than average. Then we've got another low pressure area that comes down Friday and Saturday, record lows from Kentucky to Florida. Jackson, you're going to be 50 on Saturday, 28 in Jackson, Mississippi, Raleigh, 23 degrees. And look at what happens Sunday morning. Miami, 37 degrees for your overnight low, a wind chill of 29. It's going to feel like 19 in New Orleans, 17 in Houston. Nashville will see a wind chill of about 1. So, guys, this cold air is staying put. It's not going anywhere.
Oh, all right. Thanks so.
Okay, Al, thank you. We turn now to the economy. In today's meeting of the Federal Reserve, it's set to be closely watched by the White House and consumers, too. A big decision expected on interest rates at a time when inflation is holding steady despite higher prices on some key staples. You probably noticed ground beef, for example, up 16% from last year. Orange juice up 37%. NBC's senior business correspondent Christine Romans is in Washington for today's meeting. Christine, needless to say, there's been a lot of pressure on the Fed to lower interest rates. The Fed has lowered interest rates the last few times. What do you expect today?
We think there'll be a pause today. That's what most Fed watchers are expecting here. Look, the Fed, you're right, cut interest rates 3 times last year, trying to support a job market that had been slowing a little bit. But inflation is still higher than the Fed would like to see. So it doesn't want to cut too much because that could make inflation get worse. So you're right, that 2.7% inflation rate. There had been some progress earlier last year where inflation was getting closer to that 2% mark that the Fed likes to see, but still a little bit too high. So we expect the Fed torn between supporting a job market that looks a little sluggish and watching the inflation part of the story. We expect the Fed to stand pat today.
Speaking of the job market, Christine, just a short time ago, reportedly Amazon's going to be laying off about 16,000 people. Consumer confidence is down, but the stock market continues to surge. Make it make sense, Christine. What does it all mean?
Well, first, let's talk about those Amazon job cuts. These are the second big job cuts we've seen at Amazon since October. And you remember back in October, one of their executives said that AI is one of the most transformative technologies of our time. So you're seeing another round of layoffs here. And the company's saying that it's trying to decrease bureaucracy and cut some layers. So 16,000 jobs there. And, you know, I told you that last year was the weakest year for job creation in the U.S. outside of a recession since 2003. So things have really slowed down on the jobs front. These Amazon job cuts just kind of fill in that picture. But overall, a stock market at record highs and a really good year for stock market investors. Here's something so interesting. So much of the economy has been driven by people who have stock market and home equity wealth, that you're having what they're calling a K-shaped economy. Think of the letter K. People with money are doing a lot of the heavy lifting in the economy, and everybody else is complaining about prices. In fact, we had a consumer confidence number that was the worst in 11 or 12 years. And that shows you that people who are working Americans, paycheck to paycheck Americans, they're still kind of not feeling very great about an economy, even though so many of these numbers are just showing that it's almost boom times.
Interesting. Real disparity there. Christine, thank you so much.
All right, now to some really heart-stopping video here that shows a skier triggering an avalanche, then getting swept up by the sliding snow. Check it out here. It happened in the backcountry of Banff National Park in Canada. You can actually see the snow on the side of the mountain give way there. The skier does manage to stay upright for a few seconds, but eventually gets swept away. Park officials say that skier was buried to the waist, but otherwise okay.
Pretty lucky, though. All right, let's go back to Al, get the rest of the forecast.
That's right. This cold is just unrelenting. It's the coldest winter in Chicago since 2017, 2018. Cleveland, if you have 9 days straight with the highs under 20, which it looks like, it'll be the first time you've done that since 1961. Here in New York City, we've had 4 days so far below freezing. The record 16 in 1961, probably going to break that. D.C., 4 consecutive nights below 10 degrees. It'll be the first time since 94. And as we head down to Florida, the last time temperature in Miami dipped below 40 degrees, 2010, and that's probably going to happen this weekend. We're going to get to your local forecast coming up in the next 30 seconds.
No, guys, come on. That ain't gonna cut it. Y'all gotta be together on this, all right? It's like this. You may hate me, but it ain't no lie. Yeah? Then the hands, bye. Yeah. All right? And watch my jumps. Ain't no lie. See how I'm jumping? Like I'm a marionette. That's why this song is on the album No Strings Attached. All right? Yes. Okay, good. Now look, fellas, performing this at
Mind blown. Back at 7:30. One of our favorite Ted Lasso moments there, Carson Daly. Why are we showing that one?
Well, I wanted to put a little TRL in your morning there. Going back to No Strings Attached from NSYNC and a great moment from Ted Lasso. In Popstart, we've got photos of the cast of season 4. I mean, the show's still on. We thought we lost it for a while.
I know.
And it's back, and we're going to tell you what we know about it coming up.
All right, but we're going to begin this half hour with the FAA saying it is working to identify airport safety hotspots after the NTSB released a final and a blistering report into last year's mid-air collision that happened at Reagan National Airport. NBC's Tom Costello on the investigation since that very first morning. Tom, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Listen, the FAA says it is working to fix this. The NTSB is making the point that the FAA has, in fact, fallen down on the job, and they are making the point that the FAA has changed leadership and is now much more in tune with trying to identify these hotspots. But the FAA is now dealing with this accusation that complacency contributed to that fatal crash a year ago.
This is Alert 3.
January 29th, 2025, the deadliest U.S. aviation crash in 24 years as a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter collided midair with an American Airlines regional jet preparing to land at Reagan National Airport. All 67 people on board died. And this morning, newly released surveillance cam video from that night capturing the horrific moment of impact. On board the plane, members of the U.S. figure skating team.
As a mom, I can only imagine all that you've been through.
In the NTSB boardroom, some family members turned away as investigators played the new video. The final report is 500 pages long.
I'm sorry for you, because the pages of these reports are written in your family members' blood.
Also new NTSB animation showing the view from the plane's cockpit as the chopper suddenly crashes into its right wing at the last second. And animation from the chopper's cockpit as it climbs at the last second into the plane. Investigators determined the chopper was flying 100 feet too high, relying on altimeters the Army knew were inaccurate. And despite 15,000 chopper plane incidents and 85 close calls, the FAA ignored warnings that planes and choppers were at times just 75 feet apart.
Is it complacency?
There was complacency occurring in that tower on some level.
The NTSB says Reagan National continues to struggle with fully staffing the tower. Hamad Raza lost his new wife, Asra, in the crash.
I had the person I was going to spend the rest of my life with. I feel like everything I had planned has crashed.
And Tom, as mentioned, there's concern there could be other airport safety hotspots. Any sign of where those might be and you know, what they're doing to make it better?
Yeah, so the FAA says it is evaluating close call data at airports nationwide, looking for the kind of close calls it never acted on in Washington. 15,000 close calls identified in Washington. It says it's already acted at Burbank Van Nuys airspace in L.A., where it's now lowered the traffic pattern by 200 feet to deconflict the helicopter and the plane traffic. It says it's already seen a reduction in collision avoidance alerts. And, of course, as we've mentioned, it has already dramatically cut the chopper flights around Reagan Airport.
Well, something good has to come out of that horrible tragedy. Yeah. Tom, thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to switch gears here. Coming up in your Pop Start sneak peek, we've got some brand new details on a Dirty Dancing sequel. I know it's been a while, nearly 40 years in the making.
Also ahead, strong reaction to the news that Bill Belichick, who spearheaded the Patriots dynasty, will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Kayla Hartung?
Yeah, so his accomplishments are undeniable and unmatched. He won 6 Super Bowls in New England, 2 more earlier in his career as an assistant with the Giants. That's 8 rings. Coming up, more on that outcry in the sports world as the Pro Football Hall of Fame snubs a legend.
And we're back at 7:38 with what many people are calling an absolute stunning snub.
Yeah, it was a shocker. Bill Belichick, who guided the Patriots as head coach to 6 Super Bowl titles, he won 2 more as an assistant coach, is reportedly not going to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, well, at least not this year, on his first year on the ballot.
NBC's Kaylee Hartung following this head scratcher. Good morning, Kaylee.
Yeah, head scratchers, right, guys? Good morning. So to be a first ballot Hall of Famer is as exclusive a club as there is in sports. And when Bill Belichick was named a finalist in his first year of eligibility, no one was surprised. His list of accomplishments on the sidelines are second to none in the history of football, which is why this news, just days before the Hall unveils its list of new inductees, is so shocking.
A major snub this morning for Bill Belichick, drawing outrage. The former legendary head coach of the New England Patriots will reportedly not be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year. According to ESPN, citing 4 sources with firsthand knowledge of the outcome, Belichick failed to earn enough votes in his first year of eligibility. The Pro Football Hall of Fame telling NBC News it does not comment on the voting of the selection committee. Belichick's unmatched resume speaks for itself. In his decades-long NFL career, he spent 24 years as the head coach of the Patriots.
I'm thrilled to be part of this organization and to be able to have the opportunity to lead this team.
Pushing New England to dynasty status and a record 6 Super Bowl titles with quarterback Tom Brady.
I've been very, very fortunate to coach some of the greatest players that have ever played.
But that legacy was shrouded by a pair of infamous cheating scandals, including Deflategate and Spygate. In 2007, Belichick was fined $500,000 for his involvement when the Patriots were caught filming signals of the New York Jets in violation of league rules. Belichick and New England parted ways 2 years ago.
And I'll always be a Patriot.
The Pats now preparing to return to the Super Bowl for the first time since 2019, when Belichick won his last title.
And it is picked off, intercepted.
While the 73-year-old is now at the helm of the University of North Carolina's team.
Bill Belichick in his first season, of course, it's been bumpy.
Where he's seemingly drawn more scrutiny for his relationship with 24-year-old Jordan Hudson than for his team's 4-8 record this past season.
There's nothing Bill Belichick hasn't done.
The apparent Hall of Fame fumble sparking outrage from fans on social media.
What are we doing? Like, this is silly.
To NFL insiders.
Bill Belichick, without question. I mean, this is one of the no-brainer, mic drop, no need for discussion.
Former Patriots stars Rob Gronkowski and Julian Edelman posting, "GOAT coach, no argument." Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes writing, "Insane. Don't even understand how this could be possible." And NBA star LeBron James calling the move impossible, egregious, and quite frankly, disrespectful.
I mean, who would have thought it would be Bill Belichick that united the entire sports world? Pretty much.
No one.
Right. I mean, but seriously, Kaylee, it's a little ridiculous on its face, it would seem. But this is obviously not the end of the road. He comes back up.
Of course, this is just the first year that he is eligible to be inducted. But I don't think anybody doubts that Bill Belichick will eventually be enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, just not yet.
So that means no other coach will ever go first ballot if he didn't go. 8 Super Bowls is not enough.
Oh, no,
right?
no. There'll be plenty that probably go.
There will be plenty.
It's
now,
personal.
ESPN has reports that say some of the voters might have felt like he needed to pay penance for Spygate, Deflategate, those scandals that did mar his legacy. But the wins are the wins.
Yeah.
The second winningest coach in the history of the NFL, second only to Don Shula. There's a trivia question for you. But
it cheapens Canton too. Like if you can't get in after 6 Super Bowls,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I think there's people waking up this morning who aren't even sports fans going, "Oh, I know that guy. He's the guy who wins Super Bowls all the time. How is
He's
he
the greatest
not
of all time."
getting inducted into the Hall of Fame in his first attempt?"
And we should note that we reached out to Bill Belichick. He did not respond to us. He has not commented publicly. And we will find out who officially will be inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame at NFL Honors next week during Super Bowl week. That shows on
Wait,
Thursday.
quickly, did he miss it like by a vote? Was it a narrow miss?
We don't know.
Okay.
The Hall of Fame will not comment on how that voting unfolds, but you need 40 out of 50 at least to get in.
We want names,
So
Kaylee.
I'd say there
We
were
want names.
11,
White smoke
11
comes
voters.
out of the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. Okay.
Thank you, Kaylee.
Thank you. Well, let's turn to our first ballot Hall of Famer, Mr. Al, and there's no question about that. Oh, but turn the other way. What are you doing?
We want to show you some stuff. First of all,
excuse me, you're somewhere for 30 years. You're over there, and now you're
I like
looking
to
it
keep
up.
it fresh, baby. Okay, we're starting to see some ice. Isn't this beautiful right here, this downtown Manhattan? But you can see all that ice. Well, take a look. We've got even more ice now forming. It's going to be only a matter of time before they start sending those Coast Guard icebreakers going. Okay, let's widen out and show you what we got going on here. We've got the European model versus the American model. Now, Saturday, the European model has, again, snow along the Carolina coast. Same thing on Saturday with the American model. However, now here's where they differ. As we move into Sunday, you can see the American model stays a little bit closer to shore, whereas the European model much further away, and so less snow. In the European model, Saturday to Sunday, low risk for snow along the northeast coast. Carolina's going to be looking at a lot of snow. Now, we move over to the American model. High risk for snow in the mid-Atlantic states, also into New York and New England. Again, still very early, but we're going to continue to watch this. We will have better guidance in the next 24 hours or so. But in the meantime, that's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. That's your latest weather. Hashtag PSSP.
I like that weather over there, that situation.
Yes.
Yeah, very dramatic. All right, Hollywood is cooking up a sequel. Get ready for this 80s classic.
Baby
TV stepping out of the corner and back into the spotlight nearly 40 years after the original movie's release. Lionsgate has confirmed that Jennifer Grey is returning to her iconic role for another Dirty Dancing movie. We don't know much about the plot or even the cast, which of course will be missing her Johnny, the late great Patrick Swayze. But the producing team comes from big screen hits like Hunger Games and Crazy Rich Asians, so the movie's going to be in good hands, and we think it's going to be great. And when we know more, we'll let you know. But finally, after 40 years, it's back.
Yeah, nobody puts baby in a corner for more than 4 decades.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's a long time to be in that corner.
Yes, it is. More pop start on the way. Plus, Jenna's in no corner. She's got a booth.
I'm getting out of my corner. Get ready to say, "Aw," thanks to this adorable bedtime chatter between siblings we just found. Right after this.
Well, look who's here. Jenna with the morning boost.
Let's boost it. Okay, forget about partners in crime. You need to see these partners in cuteness. Take a look at this sweet moment caught on camera between a pair of 2- and 4-year-old siblings at bedtime.
They got me off. Yep, it's bedtime. Okay, ready? Good night. Don't. This is good with you. Yes. You. You're the best. You're the best.
Oh, that's
You're
sweet.
the best. Let's go to bed. I really like watching good surveillance videos. You know what I mean? When you find kids just acting like
That
themselves.
is rare. I never see good Samaritans like this. When I'm checking the Nest Cam, it's all hell's breaking loose.
Yeah.
It's never "I love you, you're the best brother ever."
But you know when you see that, you witness it,
great.
and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I do love those kids.
It is beautiful to watch.
Right?
Adorable.
Nice good stuff, guys.
Thank
All
you.
right, coming up in Pop Star, we've got an exclusive for you. We're going to reveal the star set to headline the big tailgate concert before Super Bowl 60. We've got that for you right here on NBC. But first, your local news.
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, breaking overnight, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar sprayed with a mysterious substance in the middle of a town hall speech. Her attacker wrestled to the ground and arrested. We're live with the very latest. Then bitter cold, brutal winter weather still gripping much of the country. Hundreds of thousands without power across the South. Airlines struggling to get back on track before the next potential storm. Al's got the full forecast. And stopping the insanity. We're going to check back in with Susan Powter, the 90s fitness icon who then lost it all.
No, Al, listen, I had lost hope.
Coming up, Al's there for her final ride ahead of her next chapter.
This is your last Uber Eats shift. What's next?
So everything is next. Nothing has changed, but absolutely everything has.
And Susan is live with us in Studio 1A. All that plus Lady Gaga's Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Kelly and Amanda's dynamic duet.
But it's so beautiful, such a beautiful disaster.
And Ted Lasso rises again.
Thanks, Paul. Woohoo! I'm behind.
All ahead in Pop Start today, Wednesday, January 28th, 2026.
From Decatur, Alabama, our first time in New York. Shout out to Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri.
Visiting from Los Angeles, California.
And sending love to my dad in Mount Prospect, Illinois.
Shout out to the University of Nebraska, Omaha. Go Mavericks!
Hi, lovely Topsy and Nene.
In West Monroe, Louisiana.
Woo!
Ooh, well, good morning, everybody. The sun's shining, but not warming up much. We start on a cold Wednesday morning. Good to have you along with us in our little neck of the woods.
But at least we are halfway to the weekend.
Yeah, I think you say, well, at least it's a dry cold.
That's yes,
It is a dry cold for now. We'll get Al's forecast in a bit. We've got your news at 8 o'clock, and we've got breaking news overnight. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar Attacked at a town hall in Minneapolis by a man who sprayed her with an unknown liquid. That assault, of course, just adding more anxiety to an already tense city. NBC's Morgan Chesky is in Minnesota with the very latest now. Morgan, good morning.
Yeah, Savannah, good morning. And even with the news that some federal agents will be departing Minneapolis, residents here tell me that they are still anxious and fearful, uncertain of what exactly will come next. And those feelings absolutely fueled by what happened at a Minneapolis town hall meeting late last night when a man rushed the podium where Congresswoman Ilhan Omar was standing, spraying her from a syringe with an unknown liquid before security guards tackled him. That man now facing assault charges. Omar not injured, sharing later that she stands up to bullies. In the meantime, here on the ground, NBC News has obtained a preliminary report from Customs and Border Protection detailing the death of Alex Preddy, that ICU nurse who was shot Saturday morning. And notably, Savannah, it says that 2 agents opened fire on Preddy, although it is still unsure if both of them struck that ICU nurse. It also goes on to say that it was unclear if Preddy was brandishing a weapon, as DHS officials had stated. In the meantime, yesterday marked the arrival of border czar Tom Homan. He met with Minneapolis Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, both of those leaders calling the talks productive, but stressing the need for an ongoing dialogue. And today we're learning that a federal judge is prohibiting the deportation of a 5-year-old boy and his father. I want to show you the photo of 5-year-old Liam Ramos that went viral last week when he was taken into ICE custody following the arrest of his father. Since then, both have been taken to a facility in Texas where they will be remaining because of this judge's order, keeping DHS from deporting them. That agency, meanwhile, not responding to our request for comment. Savannah.
All right, Morgan, thank you very much.
Well, now to the dangerously cold weather that's impacting tens of millions across the country. Temperatures reaching 15 to 25 degrees below average from the Midwest to the Northeast. Parts of the South, meanwhile, hundreds of thousands are still without power this morning after last weekend's massive winter storm, and the bitter cold not going away anytime soon. Mr. Roker is back with a look at that and also another possible snowstorm for this weekend.
Yeah, that one is still a little on the iffy side, so we're going to continue to watch that. But there is no questioning about this cold air. Deep low over eastern Canada is stuck there. High pressure over the east, over the west, keeps it warm there. But in between, you've got this expressway of Arctic air coming on in, and it's going to keep things awfully cold today and tomorrow as that low pressure ridges itself and anchors there. The wind chills, we're talking Glens Falls, it's going to feel like 5 below on Wednesday. Columbus, minus 14. New York City, minus single-digit temperatures. High temperatures for Wednesday and Thursday in Detroit, mid-teens in Columbus, low 20s, New York City. Then a reinforcing shot of cold air comes back in, barreling down from the south to the Gulf. We're going to be talking about record lows from Florida into Kentucky. Nashville, you'll be at 19. New Orleans, 39 for this weekend. Charleston, 39 degrees. And take a look at what happens on Sunday. We drop down. Miami, 37 degrees with a wind chill of 29. New Orleans, it's going to feel like 19. 1 in Nashville, 3 in Charlotte. Guys, this is not going anywhere. And again, that storm system that we expect to develop on the coast, path is still a little iffy, but the cold air is in place. So whatever falls, it's going to be snow.
Wow.
Oh, boy. All right.
Those cold temps down south, you don't see that.
I mean, in Miami, that might as well be 15 degrees.
Hasn't gotten that cold at this point since like 1960. So, yeah.
All right. Al, we'll check back. Thank you. Speaking of the South, the measles outbreak in South Carolina, now the largest in the country, surpassing the outbreak in West Texas last year. Measles has spread to at least 789 people in South Carolina. The majority of cases remain centered in Spartanburg County, mostly among people who are either unvaccinated or did not know their vaccination status. There have been more than 400 confirmed cases in the U.S. so far this year. That puts us at risk of losing our measles elimination status.
Well, now to some dramatic video from an airfield in Houston. Take a look here. That is a NASA aircraft making a belly landing after some sort of mechanical problem. You can see sparks flying, smoke shooting out from under that high-altitude research jet. The plane is capable of flying at 60,000 feet. Thankfully, The crew walked away without being hurt.
All right.
Right there. Reach, press. Really pretty, Hilda. Keep going. Burn the fat, you guys. Double time arms with Sally. Also, real high extension.
We're back at 8:12 now with the heyday of fitness in the 90s. Susan Powter teaching the world to stop the insanity.
Oh, we remember it like it was yesterday. Unfortunately, though, that empire that she had built eventually crumbled, and for decades, Susan disappeared from the spotlight. A few months back, however, her story was featured in a documentary, and that has changed the course of her life again.
Well, you know, at the time, Susan was making ends meet as an Uber Eats driver in Las Vegas. Well, we're delighted to have her back with us this morning.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's so great seeing
Hi,
you
Al.
here.
We rode along.
Oh, we did. It was
me and Al.
fantastic. In fact, Susan invited me along to join her for one final ride as she prepares to move on to her next chapter. Hey, Susan!
Al Roker, are you ready to go?
Oh, let's do it.
Oh, it's so good to see you,
Oh, you
Al.
too, dear. Last ride's going to be the best ride. After building a multi-million-dollar empire, 90s fitness guru Susan Powter lost it all.
Insanity!
Disappearing and descending into poverty. Just barely making ends meet as an Uber Eats driver in Las Vegas. Vegas almost seems like it's a city version of you, and that a city that fell on hard times and then has come back and is always about reinvention in a way.
A lot of iterations, yeah. Vegas did a better job than I did that one.
You're changing, you're reinventing. Did you think you'd be able to?
No, Al, listen. I had lost hope. Not having an infrastructure, 68 years old, and there's no health insurance. It's frightening.
But yet you were still pushing through.
I wasn't going down like that, Al.
Yeah.
I wasn't going down like that.
Then last November, a documentary called Stop the Insanity, Finding Susan Powter premiered. Executive produced by Jamie Lee Curtis, it tells Susan's story. And the response? Overwhelming.
Okay, let's do a delivery.
So how does this work?
You clock in, you can basically pick and choose, and when I accept the delivery, then we deliver it.
We chose the Starbucks order.
I'll just put it in the back in the bag.
Okay.
And then you gotta make sure it doesn't spill. Let's see where we're going here. Oh, it's gonna be an apartment. This is where all hell can break loose. Al Roker's in the car, he can help me. There it is right here, look at us. Okay, I'm gonna go deliver it. Okay, so Al, look, I just delivered it.
Okay.
I made $2.20 on that.
$2.20.
Yep.
Is there any part of this that you're going to miss?
No, I wouldn't say miss. I want an opportunity to reconstruct what I didn't do properly the first time. Because when I first did the show, Today's Show, the movie wasn't even out.
Right.
And I remember saying, all this love was out there, Susan. And I'm seeing that in real time online. Yeah. I'm hearing that. You're sitting here. We're doing this. That is the most healing thing for me.
Susan decided to do one more delivery. This one, the final one. This is your last Uber Eats shift. What's next?
So everything is next. Nothing has changed, but absolutely everything has. Because of possibility, hope, a chance. Literally more grateful than I've ever been in my whole life. All right, Al Roker, I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh. I'll put that in there. Yep, then we verify. You waiting for Uber Eats? How are you?
The saying, save the best for last, was so apropos for this delivery. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. You know who just delivered your food?
Not aware.
How old are you?
26.
My youngest son is 27, knew nothing about Stop the Insanity. He's my boy's age.
Susan Powter.
You'll look it up, kid.
You'll
Google
look
me.
at it. Google her.
Google me, kid.
I was watching you before you with Grace. That was lovely.
That's
Yeah, it was
how I was
lovely.
raised, you know. It's better to be kind. There's not enough of that in the world, so.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Now we complete the delivery. Confirm. I think this may be the last one, Al
All right.
Roker.
And then you just swipe complete delivery?
Are we swiping complete delivery?
I guess so.
Is that what we're doing?
This is it.
This is it.
How does it feel?
Full of possibility and hope and excitement and gratitude.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Al. Thank you.
Oh,
No,
Susan.
Al Roker, adore. And that young man, I would like to say to his parents, whoever raised that young man, what a polite, lovely young man. They did
really
a great
was.
job.
It
job.
really
He
was
lovely.
kismet for
Yeah, we didn't
your
plan that.
left.
Nothing. Well, we didn't plan it. I didn't plan anything, apparently. Craig, it's true.
I know.
It's
What
true.
a wonderful
Welcome
way to
back.
close
Thank you.
that chapter.
Beautiful.
And I just love how you say that nothing's changed, but everything's changed. Like what's in here has
Nothing
changed.
has changed, and this is what I want people to really know. Possibility. A chance, just being able to look forward to something is what really heals, because it doesn't have to automatically change. But I know that things can and will, and I very much had lost hope that was possible, and a lot of people have lost hope.
You know, the last time you were here, back in November, the documentary had just come out. The response, as Al pointed out in that story, it's been pretty overwhelming. When folks come up to you now, like, what do people say?
Coming up to me, number one. Number two, because of the privilege of social media. I know what social media is, but I know the privilege of it, too. Every day, comments. I understand. I'm going through the same thing. I feel invisible, too. I'm frightened, too. Things didn't work out that well for me, either. It is the every day, and the love. I love the love. And what I say is I'm so grateful, I'm so proud of and grateful for everything that's happening. And that's not just talk. It isn't. It's like walking around like, wow, because I didn't know it was there.
Well, and by the way, if you see the documentary, it's really raw. It was a very courageous thing for you to let someone see everything. You didn't know you'd have this happy ending.
No, and Zebariah Newman, the director of the movie, did a beautiful job, raised by a single mom of just a lovely, talented young man. And he saw the dimension of the story, not just mine, not she had millions and it's gone. I didn't go from Hollywood to Harbor Island in 3 years. Harbor Island is the welfare hotel that I lived in. You'll see it in the movie. That didn't happen in 3 years. What happened is the loss of hope and fear. And as you get older, when the infrastructure, Al and I were talking about it, when the infrastructure isn't there, it's frightening. It's frightening.
So
no health
what's the
insurance.
plan now?
Everything. The plan is everything, Savannah Guthrie, everything. I'm so proud to say that. It's everything. I told Al this, I'm gonna get an RV, and I'm gonna go out to America, and I'm just gonna accentuate the fabulousness. I'm just gonna go meet the fabulousness out there.
That's right.
And that's what I'm gonna focus on.
I would watch that doc too.
Yes, you would. Well, you can watch me live, because I'm doing it all live.
Yeah, you
live.
go on TikTok and
real
do
time,
live.
live, real time, and I'm just gonna
Get ready, America.
Let's focus on the great.
Susan Powter is coming to you, but before that, we have something to share, which we're really excited about. The folks at Uber Eats want to help you mark the end of this chapter, the beginning of another one. So they are going to be donating $10,000 to the Just One Project,
which is a local food bank that I love.
In Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, in Las Vegas,
and they fight food insecurity.
Oh, I call it hunger. Thank you, Al. I call it hunger, and I say it's not. No, and I say it's not necessary on any level. And if you knew. Well, you do know what that's going to do for people, because the dignity of being able to, at the very least, put food on the table, that is vitally important. So thank you. Thank you. Hey, Uber Eats is feeding America. That's like perfect.
There you go.
That's like perfect.
You come back when you get the next project.
I consider myself part of the family.
You are.
No, I'd like to get...
We're going out in America in the RV.
Let's get the positive out, Roker.
wanted to get the Winnebago going.
Savannah, you're welcome. We'll have food. We'll do breakfast.
Susan,
Done.
Thank you so much.
Genuinely.
Love to see you. So glad that you're doing well. And the documentary, if you haven't seen it, it's really, really moving. It's called Stop the Insanity, Finding Susan Powter, and you can find it video on demand right now.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, Jenna.
We're just loving up on Susan.
She's a part of the family. I mean, I saw her this morning. It was just like, oh, Susan's here.
Don't you think Susan would be an amazing spokesperson for Uber Eats?
That's
a corporate training video or something like really good
when she talks, she's just like
She can team up with that Dr. Pepper girl.
Oh, that's right, the one who wrote the jingle.
Oh, I don't. Okay, that one.
All right, guys. I think I have time for one quick item here. We're going to get, I'm kidding. We got a couple of things for you as pop star. We'll start with the big Super Bowl announcement. Teddy Swims, we can exclusively reveal the Grammy-nominated artist is going to headline, performer this year's Super Bowl tailgate concert. It's presented by NetApp. The performance is going to take place at the stadium's campus at the NFL's pregame tailgate party. That'll be just outside Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California on February 8th. He'll be joined by the Bay Area native have La Russell, who's great. He'll be the concert opener, and you can tune in to that live stream at 3:50 p.m. Eastern Time. So good selection there for your tailgate. Next up is Ted Lasso, as advertised this morning. Just when you thought it was over, the show's turning out to maybe they did this farewell scene a little too soon.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. We twist, we float, we fleet, we fly.
Thank you, fellas. That was perfect.
Ted Lasso is back in a new first look at the 4th season of the show, nearly 3 years in the making. We got some new pictures here coming with Apple TV's announcement that the new episodes will premiere sometime this summer. It's good. Don't have to wait too long. The images revealing a reunion between Coach Ted and Rebecca, played by Hannah Waddingham. There'll be a few new familiar faces, including Ted's son and the Greyhounds' favorite barkeeper, May.
Oh, love May.
Plus some new cast members as Ted takes on his biggest challenge yet. That is coaching a 2nd Division women's football team. Actors Juno Temple, Brett Goldstein, and Brendan Hunt, plus Jeremy Swift. Wow. Familiar faces are all set to return. We'll definitely be looking out for more on that one. Next up, Amanda Seyfried. You've seen Amanda sing in movies. She was in Mamma Mia, Les Mis. We've never really seen quite like this. This really caught our eye. She was on the Kelly Clarkson show. They pulled off this really beautiful, moving duet of one of Kelly's 2003 hit tracks called Beautiful Disaster. Watch this.
But it just ain't right.
Go ahead. Here we go.
Well, when I don't know, I don't know what he's after.
I'm getting out of your way, man.
It's fantastic. It's beautiful.
So talented.
Like you said, some people have too much talent.
They just had too much talent.
This was my Voice spin-off show, Celebrity Voice, and we find out celebrities who are hiding a talented voice.
Great.
How about that idea?
Great idea.
Finally and quickly, guys, Hallmark Channel, we think, came up with a great idea. Now that Christmas is over, the network looking to their next big holiday. Why not the Kentucky Derby? We can exclusively announce Hallmark Media, Churchill Downs, partnering on a new movie celebrating the pageantry of Derby Day. Take a look at this.
So good.
Hi, I'm Andrew Walker, and I'm here at the iconic Churchill Downs. And I couldn't be more excited to announce our partnership with the Kentucky Derby and my original Hallmark Channel movie, shot right near in Louisville, Kentucky.
Jenna, maybe you'll get a cameo in this one.
Smart idea.
I'd like to.
What?
Could I be the love interest?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
You can watch Kentucky Roses.
Absolutely.
May 2nd, Hallmark Channel. Same day you can catch, by the way, the 152nd Kentucky Derby on NBC and Peacock.
You think your sister will be watching that one?
Oh, for sure. It's on right now.
You're 2 weeks shy of your 18th birthday.
Yes.
Are you excited about that?
I am pretty excited about turning 18. I'm going to be getting old. So.
Oh, yeah. And you plan to play tennis for a good long time?
I definitely do for a good while. This is going to be a good career, and I hope for sure to hold this trophy up many more times.
Oh, a little Today Show throwback. A young Serena Williams, fresh off her very first U.S. Open win back in 1999. She predicted a good career, and you were right. It was legendary, actually. 23 Grand Slam singles titles, including 6 U.S. Opens. Among her extraordinary achievements, Serena, good morning.
Good morning.
Remember that girl?
I don't.
It was a long lifetime ago, right?
It was a lifetime ago. No, I loved that girl. She was awesome. Yeah.
Oh, well, we love having you here. You have so many achievements, but now you have a new one. You've got a Super Bowl something cooking up. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we just did this really cool Super Bowl ad with Ro. You know, as you know, I'm on GLP-1s through Ro. Yeah. And it was really exciting. You know, I thought it was really important to continue to talk about my journey. Yeah. And not only just about weight loss, but about all the other health benefits that I'm feeling and having, and so I'm really excited about it, and no greater platform as an athlete to launch something new with Ro, so I'm excited.
Yeah, the Super Bowl commercial, not your first, not your second, third, it might be your fifth. I mean, you are Serena. Right. Weren't you in the halftime show last year too?
Was I?
Tell me about this. You talked a lot about being an athlete, how hard you had worked. And it's like if you, as an elite athlete, were not able to achieve the weight loss you were trying to achieve, you knew that it was time to look for something.
Yeah, for me, as an I just did some testing on my numbers, and my numbers came back that my cholesterol levels had been lowered by 30%. And this is off numbers that I actually, when I was a professional athlete and winning Grand Slam. So it's kind of crazy. And so, like, for me, it was like everything I tried just didn't really work.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just, especially after I became a mom, it became really difficult for me to reach my goals and things that I wanted to do. And I always say, oh my goodness, I wish this was available, you know, when I was on tour, because it really would have been able to help me a lot.
Yeah. So, talking about being on tour, you posted a video the other day, and it featured you and I also a couple of up-and-comers in the tennis world. Here, okay, we see Serena now. Is this little Adira?
That's Adira. She's just too cute. And then there's Olympia.
Olympia, I mean,
it's like generations of tennis on that court.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, this is the new sister act.
It's the new sister act.
Do they love the sport?
I don't know. I mean, Olympia doesn't. The oldest one, Olympia, she's 8. She doesn't love it.
Okay.
Adira, she's too young. She's just 2.
Yeah, she's just
so
playing.
She's a little bit too young to kind of understand what she even likes.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of sisters, we had Venus, who, of course, was just at the Australian Open. She's still out there playing. She's incredible. And she got married.
She got married. I was so excited for her.
Was this over the holidays?
This was, yes, this was right around the holidays.
I mean,
yeah,
she looks incredible. You both
She was
do.
Such a beautiful bride. We had such a good time. And that's a picture of all the sisters. And Venus had like 20 looks.
I mean,
and it was honestly
as she should. She was serving looks.
She was serving looks. She's very Venus. She's very Diva V is what I call her. She's going to kill me, but it's okay.
No, it's good. You know what? She can own it.
Yeah.
And I heard you threw a party and there was like a Beyonce lip syncing.
There was. So Venus had this idea of doing like a Beyonce.
Yeah, there are. See, you just dropped into the Megan
I mean, my GLP-1.
I might ask you to do it again.
You know, maybe not. It is cold here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she had this idea of having like her little bridal shower and like everyone in a team and performing something from Beyonce. And so it was teams of 4, and my team was the black team. We came in. I did Sorry because I was in that video.
Yeah.
And
did you have your Sorry outfit on?
I did. I had the Sorry outfit on.
Yeah. I know. I scrutinized it. Okay, there you are in the Sorry video. And then if you look at the pictures, I'm like, did Serena?
I should have wore the stockings too. I had those. Anyway, we came in last place. We did terrible.
How is that possible?
I was horrible.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't train. I didn't practice for it, and I was horrible.
But you had the costume.
I had the look.
You had the look.
That was all I had.
Sometimes that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Okay, we have talked tennis a little bit because recently, tell me if I have this right. You re-entered whatever they call it, it's like the drug testing pool, which some people see as like the precursor to a return to tennis. So I have to ask, are you returning to professional tennis?
I mean, really? Are you asking this on the Today Show?
Yes, I am.
Oh my gosh.
They'd kill me if I didn't. Tennis
Really?
Nation, all your fans.
Oh my goodness.
Well, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Is that a no?
Is that a no?
Well, now you're making me feel like you're
on the set are laughing. This is distracting.
Okay,
you're
but
distracting
you
us over there.
Okay, but you didn't say yes or no.
I'm just having fun and enjoying my life right now.
Okay, but that's not a yes or a no.
That's not a yes or a no. I don't know. I'm just going to see what happens.
That's a maybe to me.
That's not a maybe.
Well, I'll see what happens. It's not a no.
I have 2 kids. I'm a full-time stay-at-home. When I filled out the form the other day, occupation.
Okay.
Housewife.
Okay, but you did re-enter.
Did
so
I
you're
re-enter?
saying
I don't know
there's a
if I was
chance.
out. Listen, I can't discuss this.
Okay, but I'm just saying that if you wanted to put it to bed, this would be a good moment to put the retirement rumors to bed.
I want to go to bed. It's
okay.
early.
All right. Serena Williams, I think you just said a lot right there. Appreciate you being here. I know you're here on behalf of Roe.
You're funny. Also. That was fun.
I know. Well, okay. We're going to make a lot of headlines. You and me. You look cute. I think we look great together.
Yes, we match.
Yes. Okay, and I should mention you're a paid spokesperson for Roe, and your husband is on the board. I should have mentioned that earlier. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We got all the business done. Serena, thank you. She's actually coming back with Jenna and Chanel.
Yes.
So that'll be in the 4th hour. Hopefully. She's not mad at me.
I'm kidding.
You're not mad at me.
I heard a maybe. Thank you.
You didn't hear a maybe.
Okay, but you're not mad at me. No. Okay. All right.
30. Welcome back. Camila Morone is here. Camila earned an Emmy nomination for her role in the hit series Daisy Jones and the Six. And now she's stepping into a very different world in season 2 of the spy thriller The Night Manager, navigating a world of illegal arms deals and undercover intelligence. The kicker? Season 1 debuted nearly a decade ago. This time around, though, the stakes even higher.
What if you're playing me?
What if you're playing me? And you?
There's night security outside the building, so be careful.
Oh, you worried about me?
No, I couldn't care less. But if they discover who you are, I'm dead. So no mistakes.
No mistakes. Camila, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be back.
I was just telling you, I'm watching it and I can't tell whether you're good or bad.
Well, I think a lot will be revealed in the season finale on Sunday.
Oh, that's a tease. Roxanne is a new addition to season 2.
Yeah.
The thing about this show, as I pointed out, it debuted like literally a decade ago.
I was a toddler.
And
I was a toddler a decade ago.
And so it's back now, and folks are rabid about the show. People love the show, as you know. What do you think it is about this story that's had such staying power?
Well, it's so crazy that the story will sustain 10 years and that people loved it so much back then and that they're coming back and they're rewatching it, because that's all you could ever ask for is when you're bringing a season 2 back and after this huge gap. I think that besides it being an insane cast the first time around with Olivia Colman and Hugh Laurie and Tom Hiddleston, they're all kind of the best in class, but the fact that the show was so thrilling, exciting, but there's a lot of humanity in the show, and I think there's a lot of morality in the show, and I think that really resonates in today's world, clearly.
Season 2 just dropped, and they've already announced they're picking up season 3 already.
Yeah, I hope they pick me up in season 3. Depends what happens on Sunday.
I was going to say, we'll see. Meanwhile, you've got another project you're working on. Yesterday, I read that Netflix, Something Very Bad is going to happen. That's the show. I can tell by the title, it's going to be a horror.
Yep.
And this is the Duffer Brothers' first project since Stranger Things wrapped. What more can you tell us about this one?
Well, if you've ever had the fear of perhaps marrying the wrong person or the person you think is your soulmate not being your soulmate, then you will enjoy our show. That's all I can say.
When's it? Can you tell us when it's going to drop?
March 26th. As of yesterday, I can talk about it.
You are working a lot.
March 26th, and I'm in production right now in Prague, in the Czech Republic. I've been there for 7 months, and now we're here. I landed at midnight, so I'm bright and early for you guys.
One of the things I love about your story is you grew up around this business. Both of your parents were actors. You were on sets at a very young age. They've got to be so doggone proud of you watching this meteoric rise.
I think my mom is completely obsessed. My mom will read all the scripts of the project I'm doing. If I'm in between a film or not sure if it's right for me, I'll send it to my mom. And my dad couldn't care less. My dad is on a farm raising his 2 kids, and he's just like, I love you, I'll watch it when I can. I'm sending him my Prime Video logins. I'm like, Dad, here's my password, please watch my work. I spent 1.5 years working, please just support me. And he's like, I'll get to it. But they're just opposite ends of the spectrum, which I think is actually really good for me to have the balance of the 2.
And meanwhile, Mom is sending notes on the script.
Mom is giving the director notes on the script. Mom's coming to set and giving her opinion.
Daisy Jones and the Six, that's how a lot of folks kind of got to know you. Your co-star, Sam Claflin, was on a few days ago. We had him here, and we asked him a question that you probably get a lot. We said, Sam, you want to run it back? Here's what he said.
With Daisy Jones, is still to this day is one of my favourite jobs I've worked on, and I'd love to go around too.
Is there a possibility of a part 2 with this?
There's always a possibility.
Oh, always a possibility.
I agree. And I think we need to call Amazon.
So you would do it?
I would absolutely
No
do
question.
it. I mean, of course we want to see where the story goes, but I feel the same as Sam. I mean, that show changed my life, and I think it changed a lot of our lives. And we got to we became like family over that. I mean, Suki Waterhouse has become one of my best friends, and Riley, and it was just so loved, and it was such a warm reception. I think we'd all want to come back.
Speaking of family, your family's Argentinian.
Yes.
I did
Very
not
proud.
know you were such a rabid football fan.
Okay, well, I'm a Messi fan. Don't start asking me questions about football. I'm a Messi fan specifically.
You're a huge Messi fan.
Huge.
You posted some stuff over the years of going bonkers when they've won.
That's our World Cup win.
Are you going to go this time around? We're just a few months away.
So my birthday, June 16th, Messi is playing the first game in Kansas City, so I think I have to go to Kansas City to spend my 29th birthday watching Messi.
I think you should.
I think I should.
Tom Hiddleston on The Night Manager, I hear he had a little tradition.
Yeah.
He would bring cookies to the cast and to the crew periodically. We wanted you to film at home, so I stayed up all night working on these cookies. Never mind the bag. Thank you, Mike.
Sponsored Walkers.
Plate of cookies for you. You take those with you.
Can I have one now?
You can have anything you want. You're Camila Morone.
You guys always feed me on this show. You know I have to do press after this.
And welcome to New York, by the way. You're officially a New Yorker.
Mhm.
You're all adult now. So.
I am.
Well
Cheers
done.
to that.
Cheers to all the 12 projects you've got going on, too,
Thank
Camila.
you.
Camila Morone, thank you. She's going to be back in the 4th hour, and you can catch The Night Manager on Prime Video, new episode premiering on Sunday.
Jill's Steals and Deals is sponsored by the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card. Shop like a 2%er with Active Cash.
With those frigid temperatures gripping much of the country, today's Steals and Deals is absolutely right on time. We're talking about very simple ways to stay warm and cozy. We've got our friend, lifestyle and commerce contributor Jill Martin here. Winter essentials, some of these guys up to almost 80% off. It is essential that you see that QR code down there, that you start to scan and shop. We don't have a lot of time, Jill. Let's get to some of these. I'm going to go for the record-breaking sales.
Yeah.
Because you have like 4 or 5 great things.
Yeah, unbelievable. All right, so let's start with something that you could actually, can be done from your phone to start this coffee maker on Wi-Fi. So I think that's
great idea.
One of its biggest
Like from your bed, you turn it on and get the brew going?
So the Brewave Coffee Brewer and 20 B-Pods bundle, retail $3.98, the retail $169 with free shipping.
Oh, what a deal.
58% off. So again, single serve, heats up quickly, makes 7 different coffee shop quality beverages, coffee, espresso, Americano, cold brew, matcha. Okay, but what I love about this is it is Wi-Fi enabled. So you get the app and then you wake up and you put it on so that when you get downstairs, it's done.
This is amazing because a lot of people wake up, go downstairs just to turn it on to get
Right,
it.
and then you
they go
stand
back
there.
upstairs, finish their makeup or whatever, and then come down. But this will save you time.
Yeah.
And by the way, for that price, these things are expensive. That's a great deal. Hit the QR code, buy yourself a couple. What's
That's
this?
fabulous. Okay, so this is something to really just really
nice.
make over the house. The eBoutique humidifier diffuser and 3 essential oils. The retail $119.95, deal price $27, 77% off. This is something that really improves the quality of your lifestyle. You fill up the inside with water, and then you put in whatever essential oil you like. So eucalyptus, rose, and then it very delicately spreads it. And it relieves dry lips and skin, congestion. This is just really good to have on all the time. Also, habitually, it's
Which is
beautiful
good for stress.
to have.
You can make any room feel like
atmosphere.
a spa, and
Right.
you walk into it and you feel a lot better.
That's right.
And for
Okay.
under $30, that's a great deal.
This-
Ooh, the Malibu Luxe. These
Yeah,
are
just
soft.
get ready. So
Yeah.
I'm wearing this right now.
I see
Let's
that.
show the size. The Malibu
Let's see
Luxe
that.
Feather
Okay.
Yarn Throw Blanket, the retail $195. The deal $59.
Oh, yeah.
It's 70% off. I mean, this is like
Love it.
super soft at its best. Comes with the bow.
If you're wondering, this is as soft as it gets.
It's, I mean,
that's what it feels like.
It's known for that. So movie night, throw it on the couch. Think of the pop of color that's a little bit subtle, but that will go with your home. They're all neutral, so have fun with it. We also have ombre options,
Oh, I
which
love it.
means it goes from light to dark. So just check out 3 ombres,
Oh, nice.
5 colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, really fabulous. You
These
see
are
the
great for
different
$6. You buy a couple
shades
for the
of
couch. You can buy one for
blue.
the car.
59. I mean, couch to bed.
And after
Okay.
you wash them, they stay soft. All right, we don't have much time.
Okay, Dream
How much,
Toe,
Joseph?
Dream Toe women's
1
ankle
minute. Let's
boats,
go.
retail 80, deal 24. I'm wearing these. These are a no-brainer. These are indoor, outdoor, memory foam on the bottom, so it molds
Beautiful.
to your foot, faux fur on the inside, and then check out the detail. Mine has that detail on
they
the
got
back,
little
but they have like
bedazzling
little
on 'em?
bedazzling. These are a
All right,
no-brainer.
$24. What? Come on,
This
what could
is
go
the
wrong?
Helios heated waistband and
You're
hand
wearing
warmer.
this? All right.
So I'm wearing this right now. It's freezing. It goes on a single charge. You could be watching.
Put
You
your
could
hands in
have
it.
great for cramps, but also great to wear out. because you
Cramps
could put
and
your
the hands. Nice.
Yeah, right? I have like everything after surgery. I have everything covered here.
Beautiful.
So this is unbelievable. Again, you could wear it out at night or if you're doing
How are you
live
feeling, by
shot.
the way? You feel good?
I feel good,
Okay,
thank
we love
you.
that you're back.
Thanks.
Let's hit
So
those
that-
products once again. And then we
Okay,
gotta wrap it
one
up.
more, and then I'm gonna go. This is the Miko neck and shoulder massager, retail $199, the
Yep.
deal $69. You literally put it right on your neck, which I
Okay,
cannot
we gotta
reach.
go. What do you want me to do? She's still
we
selling
could
here.
go.
All right, you've got all the great stuff here, and that's how it's going to end. So
Yeah,
thank
and
you,
this
Jill.
massager
Appreciate
is
it.
awesome. And shop, everybody.
All right, happy shopping today.com/deals. Back after the local news.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.